An urban lab within the Cultural and Creative Spaces and Cities project is an exploration ground.
It's a place where you can try and you can fail, but you can also win a lot.
An urban lab is a space where co-creation and participation and experimentation happen.
It's a playground for new ideas, new initiatives.
To generate solutions for the society or for a city or for a group.
It's a co-creative process where you gather different stakeholders from many levels of society and also preferably from many sectors.
Different cultural actors, local representatives, citizens, cultural agents, and public administration.
We are experimenting with different participatory methods in policymaking that make cities more democratic and connected to the European Union.
An urban lab is also a space for research around a challenge, around a topic.
It is just a very explorative way to go to the root of the problem, but also come up with innovative solutions.
We don't only want to talk about things or research, we want to make them happen and test them.
Just do it. Just start. And if you feel that you don't know how to do it, ask someone.
You have to have a common goal, a quest.
The best way to start an urban lab is to map and get to know the whole situation, the whole picture of what is going on in the city, what are the assets and what are the energies that people are bringing in.
Start with research to investigate who is around or might be around the urban lab in the future. Who are the stakeholders that can be interested in participating in the process?
Identify the challenges that you're about to explore together. If we have already made up challenges before we start this process, it will not be that engaging for the participants.
You have to take into account that the urban lab has to be a matter for everyone who is involved in it. It's not only owned by one.
After you understand the needs, you can develop the process to solve and to design solutions for those needs, but in a co-creative way.
Try to answer what role do I have as an urban lab for this concrete challenge, and what role do I want to develop in the collaboration between different actors.
First, you need a place. It doesn't have to be a physical place. It can also be a digital room.
And then just throw an event or workshop where everybody can get in touch and start co-creating.
Our main goal when we started the Urban Lab was basically to try new methods that were more inclusive and methods that could actually give us valuable input to new policies.
Our Urban Lab is connecting different stakeholders in the community in culture, but also connected areas like IT or computer games, digital technologies, in order to formulate together the future of the city.
We are now building a new dance house Helsinki next to Cable Factory. So we are going to face some new challenges. We really needed to dive deep to what our visitors are and what they want.
Our urban lab was designed around this idea that communities can help urban regeneration and that culture is a great force towards that. And so we wanted to explore this in a co-creative and collaborative way.
Our challenge starts from the consideration that children are political subjects with rights. And from there, we ask, how can we implement more meaningful participatory processes in order for them to have a voice, opinions, and that these voices and opinions have a real impact?
In our urban lab, we wanted to investigate how we can create ecosystems. And the question we chose together was actually how do we reach out to young people, and not young people as an audience, but being in the culture and creative sector. Who are the next we?
Covoi Lab is a public social innovation laboratory. Our main challenge was to involve the citizenship in our co-creation processes.
Keep the energy up, work with the energy that people have, keep them engaged and support this engagement.
This exchange thing is fundamental to an urban lab. There has to be something useful for everyone who is taking part of it.
Whether it's a learning process, it's insights, it's just knowing other people.
Because it's a space for experimentation and co-creation, the governance should be shared, and also the ownership of the space and the process should be shared.
What is a threat in this type of exercises is asking people's opinion and then not doing anything with the information they're giving you.
It's good to actually have a facilitator that is neutral.
The facilitation role is very important because facilitators are the ones who generate these conversations. They are the ones who design the container where everything happens. You know, they are the hosts for the whole process.
Do not decide too early what you are going to do. Be ready to change your plans.
There should be learning spaces, like open learning spaces, where we know that there is uncertainty and we don't know what the outcome will be, and that is okay, because it's an experimentation space.
What this process has taught us is that we don't know as much as we think we do about others and others' perspectives.
And suddenly by having the possibility to also share and look at things, it changes your perspective. It has changed my perspective of what is possible. Everything is possible.
If you really want to have impact, and real one, you have to be willing to change and adapt, and definitely not forget why you started, but also definitely be ready to respond to what you find.
One of the biggest learnings are the importance of allocating resources, real resources, to culture and to participation.
We received kind of more courage, more confirmation that we are on the right way, that we are taking these steps towards like serving the audience better.
I thought that we were pretty inclusive in our processes even before this project, but I have learned through this process and in the cooperation with the other partners of the project how we can be even more inclusive and also more open-ended in terms of the results.
It was not about ticking boxes. It was really about discovering.
We have learned a lot about strategies and tools for collaboration, for improving the presence and the voices of childhood in both schools and also cultural institutions. And then also an important issue related to that, how can we make those mechanisms sustainable?
We learned that people in the community, in the cultural and creative community, are very eager to discuss and co-create and be consulted and invited for a dialogue, and we are very happy to continue with this in the future.